Hi guys, it's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays, and I'm getting all of my little Facebook pages up so I don't miss anybody tonight. And I have both authors, and I do sometimes, but hardly ever do I get both authors in one night. So I have a little problem here in the book. When you look at the intro on all of my pages, it says hip hop. Hooray, it's Grandparents' Day. That's just me wanting to dance. It's actually hip, hip, hooray. It's Grandparents' Day, but maybe I'm giving them a second title to a book, just saying. So they're backstage. Hi, Mike. It's always great to see you. Thank you for joining us again. I love your profile picture, Mike. Love it, love it. So I'll wait for you guys to come in and I'll be sitting there. I'll get those authors in. So I'm waiting for some comments to come in, a couple of people to join. I hope it's not a slow night because we do have two authors. And I'm just saying, when I was little, I didn't get to meet many authors. I just didn't. So you guys have a neat experience here. So there we go. I can see that and I can see the comments. There we go. So I can see comments. And we already have, Lori Yarbrough says she loves the book. So I think I got all my pages together. So Grandparents' Day is Sunday, I think. Well, you'll find that out in just a bit, Mike. You always have those dates. And you wouldn't believe it, Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop, but I just talked about you guys. I just talked about you guys. So how cool is that? So let me bring in our first author. There's Grammy and Sarah. So hi, guys. How are you? So this is our first. And then I'm going to bring the second author in because she wants to hear their book. So Becky, from when I first started, she was one of my guests. There's Miss Cummings. So we have authors tonight, so you guys can say hello to people as they come in. And it would be really nice if you said hello to Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop because they are true fans.
Hello, Ava. Is it Aria? And Pop Pop. Pop Pop sounds like a really fun name. We love that.
Hello, hello from sunny Florida, although it's night here now.
Lower that down. All righty. And they say, thank you for thinking of us. And if we could send all the good vibes when I pop this next name up, if you give all the good vibes and all the good holes, the good hugs, not holes. But that's I saw hello. She's from Lake Charles, and you know that's one of the cities that was hit hard by the storm. So she does a lot of things and books for us. So we're sending you all kinds of hugs, Kelly.
Hugs.
And then Mike said he's a true fan.
Oh.
So, yes, Mike wants you to tell him hello. So please tell Mike hello.
Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike. We're glad you're here tonight.
So here's the problem, guys. Mike said he lives in Orlando, so he's in Florida too.
We are in St. Augustine, Mike, but we will be in Disney World next week.
Mike always provides us with the fun facts. He was on a couple of weeks ago if Mike has autism, and he always tells us that. And so he's a avid watcher and he's a fact. So he's going to fill you up with facts. Okay.
Great.
So
we are ready.
So you're so sweet, Dr. George. We will get through this hurricane rebuilding. You're right about that. So my first book is Hip Hip Hooray. It's Grandparents' Day. And Mike was right. It's actually Sunday. So here's what happened, guys. The way it happened is I never got the book, but because she's an author, she has the book. So Sarah will be reading me and you a bedtime story. That doesn't happen to us too much. So Sarah and Grammy, take it away.
Dr. George, are you going to stay awake for us?
I'll try to have
Okay. We hope so.
We are so excited to be here. My name is Sarah, and guess what? I wrote this book with my mom, which is really exciting. So we co-authored Hip Hip Hooray, it's Grandparents' Day. Student.
We have somebody special here with us today. You're going to hear him mentioned in our book, but let me give you a sneak preview. Now, Miss Becky may be familiar with alligators because they have alligators down in Florida. We live in St. Louis where there are no alligators, except maybe at the zoo. But our alligator here is one of our favorite characters in our book. So boys and girls, we want you to watch out. His name is Mr. Tim. And Mr. Tim also has a little associate that helps him. And they sometimes have some shenanigans going on in the backs of our pages. So keep an eye out to see if you can spot what Mr. Tim and his associate are up to. Okay? Okay, let's get started.
Good morning, guests, and welcome. We're so glad you are here. This day is very special, so we celebrate each year. These kiddos are amazing, and they surely understand the parents of their moms and dads aren't just great, they're grand. The time you spend together, it shows them that you care. The kids and grands are backstage, excited now to share. These families are incredible. Of this I am quite certain. Let's learn a bit about them. Mr. Tim, please raise the curtain.
And there's Mr. Tim. Did you spot him in the corner? I bet you did. And our first set of grands. With Grammy and with Gramps, we all play hide and seek. Eyes shut tight and count to 10. They hide and I don't peek.
And this is our very own Grammy right there, right in the book on the first page,
So
second page.
just a little fun fact about our book is it's based on real people. I'm not sure about you, Miss Becky, if your story is based on real people, but my kids call me Grammy and my husband is Gramps. And lots of our other characters are people we know too. So we'll kind of tell you a little bit about them as we go. Okay?
My Nana and my Papa love going on a trip to the ocean or the lake. We're here. Let's take a dip.
That's our hippos. We love our hippos. Did you by chance see the associate? Did you see what he was doing? He was in the pool with his little snorkel. Snorkel. Isn't that fun? This is one of my favorite characters. Glamma is quite trendy and go-go boots with heels. We shop until we drop, drive home in her cool wheels.
My Gram, she loves to bake. We make some monkey bread. Poppy is the taster. I'd like some more, he said.
I wonder if anybody listening has made monkey bread. Anybody? Dr. George, have you ever had monkey bread?
I ate it.
That works. Little biscuits and some butter and some brown sugar. It's delish. Singing with Mima and Peepaw is my very favorite thing. About farmers and spiders and teapots. We just sing, sing, sing.
Nina is super pretty with jewels that are so bright. We like building puzzles. Start with edges. Yes, that's right.
Now, a little fact about Nina. She was my grandkids' great grandma. She was 93 and she always wore blingy jewelry. And little Bella, who was about like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe at the age when we wrote the book, she loved Nina's jewelry. So Nina got a special page in our book.
And they did puzzles together and played games.
They did. Mumsy and Popsy moved far away, so we talk through the computer. I read a book and tell a joke, and they say, you couldn't be cuter. Next week, I'll ride on a train and see them. Oh, boy, I can't wait. We'll have ice cream each night after dinner, build forts, and stay up really late. I wonder how many kiddos have grandparents or grandfriends that live somewhere else. I have grandkids that live in this house that's 1 mile from my house, and I have 3 more grandkids that live 4 hours away on the other side of our state. So that's what inspired that page, because we would talk on the computer. We still do. Now it's on the phone though.
My mama and my papa have a garden that is neat. We plant and then we water. Next we pick and then we eat. Does anybody else have a garden? All those yummy veggies and fruits you can get.
Here's a different name. I wonder if any of our listeners have heard abuela, or maybe they have an abuela in their family. Abuela has taught me to move to the beat. From salsa to tango, dancing's a treat. Any abuelos out there? Abuela, abuelo. Spanish for grandma and grandpa.
My grandma and my grandpa hold controls and then take aim. Knock pins down. It's a strike on a new video game. Oh, and look at the associate. He just got shocked. They're always up to trouble.
Uh-oh. Don't touch the cords.
Now with this picture, you have to sit up really nice and tall for this page.
Everybody ready? Grandmother and grandfather are proper. They drink a tea with such a flair, with 1 lump of sugar or 2, with their pinkies high in the air.
All right, your pinkies.
Pinkies up. Nicely done.
Very
ladies.
nice. Granddaddy is very smart. He knows where fishies hide. It's salmon for our supper. Rainbow trout is on the side.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but have you noticed that each family is maybe a little different? Not only are they different animal families, but some animals' family have a grandma, and some animal families have just a grandpa, and some have both. We're going to read about another kind here in just a bit, too. With Bobby and Papa Ralph, there's always a great adventure and a camera to capture the moment, every stop, every scene, every creature. Smile and say cheese. This next page is something we like to do with our grandkids.
One of our favorite things, camping in the great outdoors. My Mimi and Pops love best. We hike and fish and roast a treat, and night stars watch us rest.
I wonder if anybody has heard the name that they use for their grandparents yet. Anybody want to make a comment and see if we've said it yet? My granny went to heaven and she sees me from above. Her sister, Great Aunt Millie, now showers me with love. She knows I like to draw and make all kinds of crafts. We cut and glue and glitter with lots of giggles and laughs. And remember how I said some families have 1 or 2? Some families don't have any grandparents in their lives, and that could be kind of sad, couldn't it? But you know what? It doesn't have to be somebody that's related to you. It could be a neighbor, or it could be an aunt. We have an Aunt Kathy. We have a great Aunt Kathy, and she's amazing. And she came over today and helped her kids make chicken and dumplings.
It was a fun day, And I saw that Mike likes to go camping too.
Oh, my
Lots of great memories we have going camping.
Now, all the kids are coming back out for this page, okay? Keep an eye.
Whatever we call you, whatever we do, we love to be with you. That is so true. Grandparents are special, and we're here to say you're simply the best. Happy Grandparents' Day.
But it's not over yet. Hold on, because now it's your turn to share your grand names and the great times you have, like playing fun games. You might watch for birds, or learn how to knit, or gather the family to create a fun skit. But whatever you call them and whatever you do, you love your grands, and your grands love you too. And then if you look on the next page, you get to be the author, and you get to record special things about your grands, what you call your grands, what you like to do together, and a special memory or favorite memory with your grands. And then the next page, You want to do it?
Then your grandparents get to leave a special message just for you right on this page. And then this is the page that everybody carried together.
Everybody.
The end.
Yeah. Oh, I have some comments on the other page. Ms. Fehrenbacher said, my grandbabies call me Rah-Rah. My grandson named me that at 1.5 years. So
I love it. That's a great name.
That is. So my grandmother's name, you've heard it, but it's on TV. They called my grandmother Medea.
Medea, really? How fun. She's a movie star.
She was a real life Medea, and we called my grandpa Pawpaw, but we have a real life Medea. She's like one of the characters. We speak to her in heaven now, but she was the grandma that everybody listened to, and her thing that she did with me was made me bread pudding. Whenever I was sick,
bread pudding. I love it.
That's my favorite memory. Becky, did you hear your grandparents' name?
Well, this made me sad. I was thinking of my grandparents. I love them. They're in heaven too. I had a grandma and a grandpa and a nana and a pop and a pappy and a nana. So I had 6 grandparents.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can never have too many grandparents.
No,
right?
the more the merrier, right? Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely.
Grandparents are definitely so special. So which is why we wrote our books.
It is.
Yes, and Pancho says I call my grandparents mama and daddy.
And daddy, there you go.
Miss Fehrenbacher said that she loves the book and the illustrations are precious.
Thank you.
That book will come back and we'll tell our takeaways from your book.
Okay.
So, and we'll ask you where we can buy the book, all of that stuff. So next we have Becky, and if you joined late, Grammy and Sarah's book didn't get to me on time, so I got to hear a bedtime story. I see why you guys like it so much. It's very relaxing. So Becky has many books, and she was one of the first people that I ever featured on Tucked In Tuesdays. And tonight's book is The Magic of Me, My Magical Choices. And so and I got to tell you a story, Becky. I can't say your illustrator's name. I'm not even going to attempt it.
You know, it's so funny. I always tease her. I'm like, you need to come on Zoom so I can talk to you in person. And she's always like, not yet. So I've never heard her pronounce it. I'm trying to get her to pronounce it. But when I hear people say it, they say it so beautifully. And I'm always nervous to say it and make it messy because I don't want to, disrespect her name. But just say it fast and I think it'll work out. Svobodova.
Zuzana? Oh, I messed that up. I think I totally chopped that up.
It's okay. I would too. You just say it fast.
So
with confidence.
Thank you for choosing to be fun, inspiring, kind, and a fearless leader in your community. Your choices bring much joy to our world. And I always like to get those little signatures. Those are also always so sweet. Now, in case you've never joined before, I never read the books in advance. So my first time reading it is your first time hearing it if you've never heard it before. So if I mess up on words, Becky, you tell me. Dr. Jordan, because I do it every week. I mess up on words, so you can just correct me because that's how we learn. So she dedicates this book to her husband, Jeff, for always supporting me with my choices so I can do the work God intended me to do. And there's a lighthouse. So sweet. So tips for reading with children. Have children repeat the positive choice after you. Create an action to go with each positive word. For example, after reading, I choose to be friendly. Make up a special handshake you can do together. Since I'm by myself, I'll do this. I'll do that. Ask children to give other examples that show the positive choice in action. For example, after reading the page about responsibility, ask children to share other ways that they can show they are responsible. So she always gives these great life lessons, and adults, I know you're not a kid, but you could always learn from kid books. I'm just saying. Here we go. The choices you make have superpowers. They bring sunshine or rainy showers. So here are some magical things to do that bring the sun to shine right through you. Listen closely to this life advice. Say, I choose, and end with something nice. Take some action. Choose what you do. Repeat this often because magic lives in you. And so there we have this very cute monkey and this very grumpy cat. Let's see if we can cheer him up. Jeez. I choose to be responsible. Bathing, brushing, getting dressed. Now you look and feel your best. You clean up all the mess you make. Helping out gives mom or dad a break. Sarah, there it is. Just being responsible. If they tell you to get in the tub and take a bath, get in the tub and take a bath.
No.
No. I choose to be helpful, put toys away, and feed the cat. You might just like a job like that. Just raise your hand or jump right in. When helping others, we all win. So there it is. This is my thing for I choose to be helpful. I'm just going to raise my hand. I choose to be helpful. And Becky, I know you have signs for each one, so you're welcome to do them. I choose to be patient. Take your time and wait your turn. Those are tricky things to learn. When life is slow, you've got to wait, stay calm, and know it turns out great. Man, are you sure this book is for kids? Because I'm thinking this is an adult book.
I got to read it each morning before I homeschool too.
Oh, I bet. There's a sweet little message right there. We'll put that there. I choose to be confident. You know you you believe in you all by yourself. You try something new. You don't give up when things get tough. You know you're made to be super tough. So I needed that today. Because being a principal, sometimes people expect you to be tough, but sometimes you just want to be a marshmallow. So I needed that. I choose to be generous, giving gifts for no reason at all, a cupcake, a flower, maybe a ball. Donating books, clothes, or a toy fills your heart with bursts of joy. So I love that one. I choose to be generous. This is my generous, because I'm giving you something. I'll make that one up. There we go. 2 hands. I choose to be calm. When you're upset, count to 10 or take a break, then try again. If you feel you're sad and blue, take a calming breath or 2. Oh, this is mine. Calming myself down. Yes, that's my calming. Okay. Hi, Riley. Riley's watching. Hi, Riley. And Becky, Lori says hi.
Hi, Lori.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say it again.
I just said, hi, Lori. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, she's on. I choose to be brave. You speak what's important, kind, and true. Your heart leads the way and knows what to do. You try new things with a good attitude. You do it politely without being rude. Because I'll tell you what, eating broccoli, but he's giving his mama a great job. Look at his So I love that. I choose to be brave. Try something you never tried before. I choose to be forgiving. If something makes you feel sad, use words to explain the hurt you had. Then it's okay to let these feelings go. Heal your heart and let your smile show. Because forgiving is for us. It makes us feel better. Look at that. I have a confession. So the other day, I did something that deemed an apology. And I told the person I was talking to on the phone, I said, I don't get to say I'm sorry because that's for me. That's for me to feel better. I have to live with the guilt I did. And I hope that person forgives me. I'm still hurt by it, but I made the mistakes. I have to deal with it. But I hope they choose to be forgiving. I choose to be a good sport. Play a game and try to have fun. Say good job when it's all done. At times you win, at times you lose. Your attitude is what you choose. And I did that because look at the cat. He is not happy about not winning. That's where that little bit of attitude came from. Miss Eddie says she's a grandmother of 7 grandchildren. 4 of them live in Beaumont.
Oh, wow. Yay.
That. I choose to be gentle, and it's delayed, so they're still hearing some things. I choose to be gentle. Use your hands with grace and care. Be kind to pets when stroking their hair. With little friends, you're careful too. Nobody wants to get a boo-boo. So there we are. I choose to be gentle. Oh, be gentle. Little small hugs. Gentle. I can't wait to hug again. I choose to be friendly. You say hello to new people you meet. You give high fives or handshakes to greet. You use kind words with sisters and brothers. You show respect to fathers and mothers. So I choose to be friendly. So you can do a high five or a wave. You choose to be friendly. Love that. And flip the page. I choose to be honest. Mistakes are part of every day. They help you learn a better way. Just say you're sorry. Make it right. The truth will make your heart feel light. So maybe I do need to say I'm sorry. There you go. Look how sad he is. And then look, he's making up for it. I choose to be fun. That's me. You play, you dance, you joke, you sing, you enjoy with each moment you may bring. You do not need to follow the crowd. Be silly, be you, and laugh out loud. Look how cute that is. Choose to be fun. The choice. You are the captain of your own ship. You steer the wheel on this magic trip. So wisely choose the things you do, and always remember, magic starts in you. That's it. And special as can be, this is the magic of me, and then you put your picture there. I love that. And then I flip my page, and she has a Dear Readers page, and she has a little bit about herself, and look how cool her illustrator looks. Tell her she was on Tucked In Tuesdays. Very, very cool.
I don't know.
And she has a little, look at this jellyfish at the end. This guy, I need a poster of him, Becky. I'm so serious. This is me if I were an animal. So I absolutely love both books. So now we're going to talk about, before we introduce other books, we're going to talk about our takeaways from the books that we read. Hip, hip, hooray is Grandparents' Day. So Grammy and Sarah, tell me your takeaway from that book.
I think there's a couple. I think that the grand relationship is so incredibly special. And like I said, it doesn't look the same in every family, and that's okay. Grandparents are different. Some grandparents are older and they might be limited what they can do with kiddos, but there's something they can do that's fun. Some grandparents might be younger, or maybe somebody has a disability, but there's always fun things that you can do with your grands.
I love that.
It's just nice to spend time with each other.
And I think when you spend time together, try new things. We have a lot of traditions in our family that we do every year, but then sometimes we do something new, like them doing chicken and dumplings today. I didn't get to come because I was working, but I got a bite when I got over here. So, and then finally, I would say, just because this has been a dream of mine for 20 years, and this I would say to kiddos and parents and grandparents, never give up on your dreams. Writing this book was a dream of mine for 20 years. And now I got to do it with my daughter because I waited. So it's been so special.
Love that. And Sheila Allen says she loves your books. So I wanted you to know that. Becky, you take away from her book.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Your takeaway from Hip Hip Hooray is Grandparents' Day.
Oh, I love that book. It just gave me sweet memories of my grandparents. And it just shows us that all of our families are just unique and diverse, and we can just have so much fun creating new memories with our grandparents, no matter what it could be, like whether it's something simple like just cooking in the kitchen or going bowling or camping, whatever you're choosing to do. It made me think about all the fun things I did with my grandparents, whether it was, I did some bingo nights with one of my grandmas, and the other grandma, we used to just sit around and talk, and that was precious too. Mm-hmm. So it reminds us that time with them is very, very special, and to cherish it, because grandparents are so wise. They've been here for a long time. They've seen so much. There's tons that we can learn from them. So value that special time with your grandparent, no matter what you're doing.
Very true. My grandma died when I was in 2nd grade, and she would give me orange soda for breakfast. It was like the best ever. That is who I dedicated the book to.
She was a fun grandma.
I have more comments. Farrenbacher said, wow, we illustrated feelings and emotions today in our virtual recreation crew class today. That's our PE art and library class. I wish we would have had this book. We need to borrow it for our Friday class. You got it, Miss Fehrenbacher. Hopefully it's there, both of them. And Anastasia says she likes to dance and cuddle with her grandson, Riley. So there.
Perfect.
So my takeaway from that book is love doesn't have a special look. It's what you feel inside. All of those grandparents were different. The families were different, but they all had the same thing. And that was love. And I absolutely love that. And that I don't have any kids, biological kids, but my husband has kids and he has grandkids. So technically I'm a grandma without all the hard work. So I go over being a mom to a grandma. So it's pretty nice. And I just think that people need to still value their grandparents and involve them in things. And I know your book was centered like on a stage, but it's really just our life is a stage, right? And we're here to act out life, and we just need to act it out with our grandparents. And we have Pancho, Ava R, and Pop Pop. We love both books. So now my second book, The Magic of Me, My Magical Choices. Takeaways from that book, Grammy and Sarah.
She listed so many wonderful attributes. And Dr. George, you said what I was thinking. This is just as much for mommies and Grammys as it is for kids. So that tells you that those are things that we have to work on through our whole life. We don't just learn it and we're done with it one time, right? It's a process. And you, Miss Becky, you had just an awesome list. And I love the hand motions to remember it. Wonderful, wonderful book.
I can't wait to replay this for my own kids so that they can hear, because there's lots of great things in there.
Love that. Becky, takeaways from your own book.
I really want children to know that they can choose their day. And sometimes we feel as little kids, we feel like, oh, we have to do things, or we're unhappy, or we're this. But really, if we stop and think about it, we can choose a different action and feel good and have fun and make healthy choices. And there's just so much power we have in shaping our days. And so I really wanted children to read this and feel a sense of power that they have, that they create their day, they create their world with all those different choices they make. As little as they seem, all those choices add up and become the way your day goes and how you feel. So making really great choices leads to really great feelings. And that's important to think about in life.
Gosh, I also think about the ripple effect too. So your actions then impact other people, and maybe somebody else is having a crummy day, but you're nice to them or you help them, and then it turns their day around. So
Absolutely love that. My takeaway from this book is you never know what kind of day a person is having. So if you use your magical choices, then you can turn someone's day around or even your day around. So you gave really good advice, but the ultimate thing is just to be kind. It doesn't cost anything. You can't even buy, they don't even sell kindness in the store unless they sell it where you live. But kindness is inside of you. And I think a lot of people think that things that make people happy are on shelves, but it's not. It's within you. You just have to tap into it. So I love that. So Becky is very modest. Becky has My Magical Dreams. She has My Magical Gifts. And you have more than those two. You have
a couple more. Yeah, I got My Magical Words. And I got a big kid book too. That my first one, The Magic of Me. And I have Gobble Gobble Mr. Wobble. And I think I have one more, but it doesn't happen to be at my desk right now, but it's about the adoption of my daughter. So yeah, I have 7 out now.
And I have all of those books except, what's the name of the one with your daughter?
Keeping Our Faith.
I don't think I have that one.
Well, I
look and see, but I know for a fact I have The Magic of Me and I have Gobble, because I have to read that one for Thanksgiving. So I know I have that one. You sent it to me last year for Thanksgiving. I remember you sent it to me in time to read it, but I didn't get to read it. But Thanksgiving is one of those things that happens all the time. So here's my favorite part. Grammy and Sarah, how can they get your book?
They can go to Amazon, and that's probably the easiest way to get it. And we can hold up our website here if people would want to reach out to us through our website. We love to hear from our readers, or you can email us either way. So it's www.grandadventureseries.com. And our email address is thegrandaventurebooks@gmail.com. And for those kiddos who said series, wait a minute, there's more than one book. We actually just launched our Christmas book just this weekend. So this is our second book that's coming out. And we're super, super excited about it.
We love Christmas.
We had Christmas trees out on the driveway just 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. How neat is that? So how can they get your books, Becky?
Right now, my books are on Amazon.com, so they could just type in The Magic of Me, and all my books should pop up, or my name, Becky Cummings. They can also go to my website, which is authorbecummings.com, and all my books are linked there. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well under Author B. Cummings.
Love that. So my cousin Tamika said, I love this. I think it's her first time tuning in, but she loves it. So I absolutely love both of the books. They were feel-good books, and I never, ever read the books in advance. So I never know how the books are linked, but your books were linked tonight. They both talked about being kind and loving others. So I like when things come together, and you had a Thanksgiving book, Becky, and Grammy and Sarah had a Christmas book. It's just a match made in heaven. So I absolutely love it. So as I always say, it's 8:08 and I hate for it to end, but it has to end. I always like to end with, if no one else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Grammy and Sarah, would you like to say anything?
We love you too. Thanks for joining in. It was so fun being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Becky?
Yes, I love all of you kiddos too. Much love to you. I hope you have such a wonderful school year, whether you're tuning in to your teachers online or you're working at in the school or your parents are teaching you. No matter what it looks like this year, just enjoy, and many blessings for you to be healthy and happy.
Thank you so much. And Mike ended it well. Good night, y'all. Big old Texas. So good night, guys. Thanks for joining.
Good night. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.